Hello everyone, in this video we are going to learn the basic concept of mole and the stoichiometry. What we are basically learning, we will learn if the mass of the reactant is given and we want to find out the mass of product. So which method we will adopt, and let's say if we have this equation and someone say I have 16 gram of hydrogen, how many grams of water will produce? So this is which we are going to learn. So what we need to do, we have to follow the some basic steps. So first of all, whatever is given you need to convert into the number of moles. We have 16 gram of hydrogen, we convert into the number of moles. We know that the formula for the number of moles is given mass over the molar mass. The given mass is 16 gram and the molar mass of hydrogen is 2. So we divide it by 2, we'll get 8 mole. And in the second step we build up a ratio for the given element, for the given quantity, and the quantity for which we are going to find out. As the given quantity is H2 and we want to find out the mole of H2O, so we will write down H2 ratio H2O, then we write down their coefficient of H2 is 2 and the coefficient is H2O is also 2. Then what we need to do, we need to convert into the simplest ratio. So we will divide it by 2, we will get 1:1. And then what I need to put, I need to put the moles of, it means that H2 and H2 hydrogen and the water has the same ratio. If we have 8 mole of hydrogen gas, so we also have the 8 mole of water because they have 1:1. So now we have the number of moles of water, number of moles of water is equal to 8 mole. And if I want to find out the grams of the how many grams of water will produce, we know that number of moles is equal to given mass over molar mass. So the given number of moles of the water is 8 and we have to find out the mass, and the molar mass of water is 18. We can find H2O, we have 2 hydrogen and we have 16 gram of the atomic mass of oxygen is 16, so we have 18. So when we multiply mass is equal to 8 into 18, we will give us the mass of gram of hydro water. So this is how we can find out the mass of any compound if the mass of the reactant is given, and if we want to find out the mass of product, we can also find the number of particles or the volume by using the same method. So let's say we have the question, nitric oxide NO is an atmospheric pollutant formed in the inside a car engine by the reaction between nitrogen and oxygen. So this is the reaction. This reaction is endothermic. Calculate the mass of nitric oxide. So we have to find out the mass of nitric oxide. This is the nitric oxide for which we have to find out the mass, and 100 gram of nitrogen react completely with oxygen. So we are given with the 100 gram, we are given with the mass of this, and we have to find out the mass of this compound. So as we discussed in the last question, we just need to convert into the number of moles for whatever is given. So moles of N2 is equal to given mass is 100 gram over molar mass is nitrogen is 14. We have 2 nitrogen, so 14 into 2, so it will be 100 divided by 28. So this will give us the number of mole. So let me divide. Hundred divided by 28 will give us 3.571 moles of hydrogen. Now the second step, you need to set up the ratio for the given quantity and the quantity which we are going to find. We have nitrogen and we have to find out the nitrogen oxide. We write down their coefficient 1:2. So the given number of moles of nitrogen is 3.571. For N2 we have to find out the number of moles, so we'll just cross multiply. 1x is equal to 2 into 3.7571. So x is equal to 2 into 3.571 will give us 7.142 moles of nitrogen. Now we have number of moles of nitrogen oxide is 7.142. And now what we have to find out, we have to find out the mass. So we convert the mole into the mass. We know that number of moles is equal to mass over molar mass. So now we have the mole is 7.1442, and we have to find out the mass, and the molar mass of nitrogen oxide will be 14 plus 16, because the mass of nitrogen is 14 and the mass of oxygen is 30. 16, 7142 mass over, it will become 30. Now this will multiply on this side, so mass will be equal to 30 into 7.142 multiply by 30. So we will get mass of nitrogen oxide produced is equal to 214.28 grams. So this is the amount of mass which will be produced when we burn 100 gram of nitrogen. So it means that if we have 100 gram of this compound or this molecule, then 214 gram of this compound will be produced. So this is how we solve the question if the mass of the reactant is given, and if we have to find out the mass of the product. In the next